Hey, hi, hello everybody, Dan at TheCriminalViolin here. Welcome to a bit of an update video. Now, in case you haven't been following the spam the last few days on my Twitter account, specifically yesterday and today, and if you had not caught the hint in my last live stream there on Friday evening with Ash and Brody and Bruce and others, yes, of Gmod, then you wouldn't know this, so this is why I created the update video. Steam decided to randomly be a butt for no reason. I thought it was a Steam client beta update, because that's the only correlation I could find at all with why it would automatically crash every time I tried to touch the client. The bootstrapper would just instantaneously like, goodbye. No. No way. I'm gonna explode instead. I have plenty of C4 to kill myself with. And so apparently the Friday was the temporary fix that I could have was opening a game, and then suddenly I could access the client without issue. Which didn't make any logical sense at all, but anyway. So that was a bypass. But then I wake up the next day, which that evening, obviously this was Saturday, so Saturday, that's why there's no video, in case you didn't see the discussions update I had on YouTube, or on Twitter, for that matter. I was planning on doing another live stream that evening with the same group, except with a lot more Fishy, because of the fact that Fishy got there right at the tail end of the stream, because of the fact that he ended up having a change of plans that was really abrupt that he couldn't really do anything about, to go see a movie, which was Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One, which turned out to go on for 3 hours apparently, and then of course they had to traverse back home, so he was really, really late. So we're going to have him that day as well, and I technically was kind of a main part in that live stream because of the fact that it turned out to be kind of a role-playing type of live stream where basically Ash was the main filmographer for these skits, and so she was having a lot of fun having me come in and do different voices and different things off the top of my head, different ideas of like, hey, I was like, just come in and automatically portray a different character with a different voice for a different completely reason in this store or whatever. And so, but it turned out that her recording software decided, after it said it was recording, that, nah, I'm just kidding, I'm not recording at all. But she didn't know that, of course, until she clicked her hotkey to end the recording. Then she realized that her recording said it just started again, and it was actually recording that time, apparently. And so she stopped that one, had to go see if the other recording recorded at all, and it turned out it did not. It lied to her, it did not actually record. So that was the whole point of why we're going to do one on Saturday, the same thing, except we're going to do a little extra because it would be a little earlier in the evening, and therefore more people would have more time. We'd have Fishy there, and we end up playing like some prop hunt, basically, is the idea, along with doing that again. And recording those kind of things, which was really a lot of fun, pretty funny. And of course you can see that by the VOD on my channel from Friday. But anyway, so that was the point of doing a live stream there on Saturday. Couldn't do that, personally myself, because, and this couldn't be a part of it, which was technically kind of a main part of it, with, Bernie and Bruce, but I was a pretty big part of it, especially in the beginning of one of the main set of skits. And I also interjected a lot because I was a dork and I was trying to do, so I decided later on I'd do some background kind of stuff intruding, including some SpongeBob references, which background plus SpongeBob, you probably can figure out what character I was portraying at that point. But anyway, if not, then you should check it out. But anyway, shameless plugs. Yes. So that was the whole idea of doing the Saturday stream. Instead, alleviate that issue. But of course, I wake up on Saturday and the situation's changed. Now there's no temporary fix. I can't do jack crap. Steam's just like up your ass. And so, even if I tried to open up a game that was any game that was connected to Steam in any way, insta crash, both it and the bootstrapper for the client. I don't know why. Everybody figured it's got the only thing we could think of, and it does correlate. You're right. The only thing it does is that beta update, dude. You're an idiot for signing up for that. Well, it would have been the first time in years that it would have caused any issues at all. I don't know why I signed up from the first place. I'm just like, hey, I'm an idiot, so why not? Dunk. Anyway, but yes. So what I ended up doing was today, I believe. Yeah, today and this morning, I decided I would try and rush into the settings since I can right-click the shortcut, right? I click on settings, and I would try and go as lightning quick as I could to go and say opt out. And I fortunately did that literally right the moment right before it crashed again. And it turned out it fixed it because it decided after it crashed that when I tried to open it, because obviously the bootstrapper crashes, Steam's completely just, all the processes stop. So it reopened. I was hoping it would work. So I was considering it was now installing the actual client, current client version, rather than a beta client version. So it was installing that. So it updated to a current client version. Well, lo and behold, that doesn't work either. No, it didn't, of course not. So it turned out the beta client update was not an issue either, and that was the only correlation. So literally everybody I've talked to now says we can't, there's no explanation or reason for why it just should randomly have decided to just explode and have no fix. And as usual, Valve/Steam, their support team was not very supportive. Like, they're completely unsupportive because they just completely flat out ignore me. Every single issue I have, they just ignore me, and I have to struggle through the hell and fire and high water that I have to do with troubleshooting technology. And if you know me well enough, I hate tech. So it drives me ballistic to have to deal with this. Anyway, so continuing on with the story this evening, of course, as I was this afternoon, I should say, I was invited to, which I've been asking Ash and Dave and others to do recently, was do some more GTA games, right? Online together. Because I had such a blast doing that, especially with my idiotic fails. Like, nobody could be as stupidly idiotic as I could with my failures, right? And then, of course, I encountered that glitch, which was freaking hilarious. But anyway, weird. But anyway, yeah, so finally today, everybody's super motivated. Everybody had plenty of time on their hands to do it, and just really ready to go and do it, right? But of course, I had to opt out. I'm like, hey, well, here's the problem. I have to uninstall my client, my Steam client, and then reinstall it, and hope to God it doesn't cause any issues with my games. Well, me being an idiot, I decided that I would have extreme foresight, which is good in a way, just not extreme. If it's balanced, perfect. Any more than that, and you're pretty much giving yourself this up your own ass. And I literally took a metal rod and just like, up my own ass. Because, like an intelligent idiot, I decided I'm gonna have so much foresight, I'm not gonna have any present sight. Which meant I didn't have the brains or any presence of mind to think present into the sense of I should, before I install my current Steam client that just explodes incessantly and then reinstall, what I really should do is I should go into my Steam client files, right? And I should go and copy all, like an intelligent person, right? Go and copy all of my game files and Steam's files, all of those folders for each of the games, over, copy them, place them on my desktop, then uninstall the client fully so that I can then reinstall the client, and then copy those files over into the Steam client. Well, I'm not a smart person. Not really. I mean, I had enough foresight. I just didn't have any present sight, so I didn't do that. I intelligently, like a dipstick I am, decided, nah, I'm just gonna give so much foresight. I'm gonna go ahead and just completely not think about what I really need to do and should do, and actually copy the game files and folders. So, what I ended up doing, like dipstick I am, is just simply flat out uninstalling completely, and then completely reinstalling, and now I have a huge issue. Steam doesn't believe that the games are installed on my system, even though they are. Fully installed, no issues, no problems, no faults. It didn't cause any of those things. They're all perfectly fine, and fully installed on my system. But Steam doesn't believe it because I didn't copy the game files out of Steam. So, in reinstalling Steam, it doesn't have those files on the system, and thus it doesn't have it under its own current files listed. Therefore, Steam does not believe they are installed, even though they clearly are. So, I decided, okay, fair enough. What I will try is I will try to, you know, just click install on Gary's mod out of any of the games. If you're finding Gary's mod, right? Or click install on the Steam client. Because I figured what would happen is it would recognize, oh hey, this has a conflict here. It's already installed. I was hoping that Steam would recognize, not just the installer, but Steam itself would recognize, hey, it's already installed. I should go, you know, it would have the program would have it written in its code to say, okay, in that sense, cancel this download, and I'll go take all those files in the game itself and copy them, if not transfer them over here to Steam, since it's a Steam game. Well, no, I didn't do that. I have literally two. I have it installed on my game on my system twice. I have Gary's mod on my system twice now. I can go into the uninstall programs in my control panel, and I can show you it. It literally is Gary's mod, Steam, Gary's mod. I have two Gary's mods on my system now. Exactly the same, except one has local data, like saves, and achievements, and workshop items, which I now have well over 1,000 of for Gary's mod. But, because Steam doesn't have them in its system, it doesn't recognize the fact that they are installed and all this data is there, because it's not under Steam, even though it's a Steam game, and they're technically therefore Steam files. I can't do anything about it. My hands are tied at this point because I screwed myself by doing that. Now, the obvious question is, well, you dipstick, you obviously could just go search in your system and go find the game files and bring over the entirety of them via the actual games folder, right? You'd think so. But it's not that simple if you have Windows 10. It's never that simple. No, of course not. Nope. Because Microsoft is nothing but a anti-user establishment now. They're 100% against you, or in this case me, the user. They do not care about you. They do not care about your privileges. They want to take them all away for themselves and control your entire system for you. And if you want to disable anything, like say, oh, I don't know, completely disabling and turning off Windows updates, they now make you jump through fiery hoops rather than just simply going to the settings for Windows updates and then say turn it off. They don't allow that. If you go there, you think, okay, they took away the option, the user-friendliness of being able to turn off updates. Of course they did. Or turn a manual. Now, you literally can never turn a manual again. Either you let it automatically do it and force against your will like that, or you jump through Microsoft's fiery hoops that they've hidden very well, but people have discovered them, each of the hoops you need to go through, that are all lit aflame, and you have to jump through them. Like a frickin' circus animal. You know, just an animal slave for human entertainment, right? Well, in this case, you're a user slave for Microsoft's entertainment, apparently. Or aggravation in this case, because I'm sure they're going to be pissed at the fact that, oh, we're able to find their fiery hoops that they've buried underneath all this crap. So, that's what I had to do, and I was able to disable Windows Update completely. But that doesn't allow you to, say, turn it into user manual, as in, for me, the user, to download and install them, right? It doesn't allow that. So you literally can either disable it by jumping through all their fiery hoops after you discover them, or you can just be forced against your will to do whatever the heck Microsoft wants you to do at whatever time Microsoft wants to do it. So basically that's the way Windows 10 is. So if you look for a game file or a program file, it doesn't appear there. You can look like in Windows Explorer, you can use Windows Search, you can use all these other things, and they just don't show up. The only place they show up is, of course, uninstall a program under the control panel. The only place. And that's the only place in the entire system that it can show you all the things, all the programs you have installed, confirm they are installed without faults, and you can uninstall them, but that's literally all you can do. They don't give you a tooltip when you hover over a program, say, this is where it's installed. No, it doesn't give you a directory. It doesn't give you any info. It just gives you the info of the publisher, and the data was installed and or updated. That's it. And of course the program itself. And if you try and right click on the program to say, okay, let me give you the information, take me to where the program's file is, it doesn't do that. No, it just all it has as an option is uninstall. Or change, if that's obviously an option on a program. That's all it has. And it's the only place that I myself, let alone a lot of other people are apparently familiar with this, can find these programs they have clearly installed in their system fully and fully functional without any issues, is under the uninstall program of Control Panel, which doesn't help you at all unless you're looking to uninstall them, because that's all you can do. It doesn't give you any valid info otherwise, like where the game file is, where the program's files are. And with Windows 10, you search it, and I've literally searched every possible directory. I've searched every possible, thing, including the actual name itself. Right? It doesn't acknowledge its existence. The only place I can find its existence is within the damn uninstall program section, which doesn't help me at all. So they're there. I know they're there. And by the way, Steam knows they're there, because when I go to add a non-Steam program, add a non-Steam game to Steam, it lists all these games and all these other programs that are clearly on Steam, but all of the games that are Steam games that I have installed in my system are not listed in that. And to me that says Steam itself, the actual client, can acknowledge the fact that they're Steam games that are on my system. There are Steam games that are on my system, and therefore it acknowledges they are installed and I can play them. But it doesn't go the next step further, which should automatically be in any program's code, which is that recognition that it has of knowing they're on the system, they're installed, they're there, they have no fault. Let's take, just automatically recognizes there and says, okay, let's copy these files and put them over, or let's transfer them or something. It doesn't do that. It should also be a basic idea in any code, especially in a program like Steam, to go and have an option to where you can say search for, like an option that would basically be searching, that allow you to search for installed Steam programs, so that Valve or Steam, whatever which one you want to call it, could click that and it would search your system for it, and it would find those files and it would copy them over, and or somehow figure out some programmable, quick, automatic programmed attachment thing, or it could just attach a link to it, those files, so that click on that, thump, thump, into place. It should be basic, bare bone basics in any program like Steam, but they don't have that. It's kind of like my gripe about why don't they have a game trading thing yet? They don't. Steam Refund is something that I think Bruce is the one who mentioned in that live stream that I had on Friday. And like I said to him, it's not remotely the same as a game trading, a trade-in thing for games. It just isn't remotely the same. It's not at all the same. That's literally all that is a return policy. You have a certain set amount of time to return a game for a specific set of reasons, and when you return it, you get a refund. That's not at all the same. I'm sorry, it's just not the same at all. It really isn't. And I have a few random little gripes like that, because there should be bare bone basic, obvious kind of first step ideas that these people at Valve should have for Steam. But apparently they don't care about it. If they've thought of it, or just been suggested about it, they just kind of sweep it off to the side, or they simply just aren't paying attention enough to note that some of the community has mentioned it, or that it should, or they're not intelligent enough to think, well, duh, we should have these features. They really should. So yes, this is a way too long of an update video, but I'm a vast detail person, and I a lot of times end up repeating myself, although I don't think I repeated myself at least too many times on very many things in this, especially compared to normal. Don't think I repeated myself on really anything. If I did, I apologize. But yes. So this is a very long update video. So this is basically, hey, yeah, I can't access Steam right now. I can't really do anything about it. And yes, by the way, I'm not entirely sure if I really fully explained this, so just in case I didn't, I want you to know that, okay, but I want you to know I want to kick you in the face. I'm your mom. No. I want you to know that the fact that with this issue, I am very stubborn and very staunch. I am immobile. I am immovable. You cannot move me. I will not do anything with my Steam or the games. I will not double install them. I will not do anything because I know there's got to be somebody out there that's figured out whatever Microsoft did, whatever flaming hoops they buried beneath whatever crap they did to make us jump through to be able to find files in your damn system. I know somebody out there has figured that out. I don't know who. I don't know what to search on Google to figure that out. I wish I did, but I don't. But yeah, because I know that there is. I just have to figure out who it is, or where that information is, so that I can then go and find those damn files. Because it is the worst mess and hellfire that I've ever had to deal with, really, with this stuff. So that's why I'm not going to do anything with Steam until I can figure out where those files are, and then also be told by somebody what specific file in Steam I'm supposed to be putting the games into, so I can go and copy or move those files into Steam, because that's extremely necessary, and I need that, because if I can't do that, that does mean I'm gonna have to manually go through the absolute hellfire of uninstalling every single one of the games I do actually have installed on my system from Steam, and then reinstall them again, so that this version of the client can actually acknowledge the fact they exist. But there's an extra catch and issue with that. If I do that, I lose all the local data for those games that are stored within those games that are still installed in my system's files. I lose it all. I lose the saves, I lose any other necessary data, and at the same time, guess what else I lose? I apparently am going to lose every single piece and bit of the workshop content that I've downloaded for these games. And again, Gmod, I have well over 1,000 workshop items now downloaded for that game. I'm going to have to manually go back and re-download them all. But it doesn't work as you think or would be normal for you guys. For me, for some reason, I don't know why. I can't just go and then download the Steam Workshop items for Gary's mod, specifically Gary's mod. Every other thing, it automatically downloads. But for Gary's mod, I can't just download the Steam Workshop content. That's not good enough. I have to download all 1,000, and then I have to open up Gary's mod and just let it sit there as it very slowly, unzips, uncompresses, and then downloads and basically installs into the game's local data, not Steam's, each and every single workshop item. That's well over 1,000 each. Individual items, well over 1,000. That I'm gonna have to open up Gary's mod after I go through the hours on end of going through all those things and getting everything that I need and or had or want, and then opening up Gary's mod and letting that painful amount of hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end of it just taking each and every individual 1,000+ individual files, workshop items, uncompressing them, unzipping them, and then downloading them and making sure they're fully extracted and installed for the game. I mean, it's painstaking, it's boring, and it's extremely aggravating. Like, ugh. Especially when you're a criminal workshop guy like me, or you criminally go and subscribe to workshop content, especially if you're a City Skylines person like me or Corrales. That's a problem you have. You can't keep your cell phone, clicking subscribe to every one of the possible workshop items you can get for it. Specifically City Skylines. And apparently Gmod for me too. So that's a huge issue for me. But yeah, so that's an issue with this. So anyway, I think I've touched on all the bases, so this is your detailed update on what the hell is going on with everything and why you can expect the content of my channel to switch for the foreseeable future back to content that you could have and would have expected on my channel when I first started in last year in 2015, which is Minecraft, Roblox, and Happy Wheels. And then whatever other free games I get my hands on, or find, or enjoy. Maybe some Google Feud, maybe some, I don't know, some Slither here and there. Maybe Quick Draw or something. I mean, Cards Against Humanity is always an option, obviously, and I love that, It's easy to collab with people with. But for the most part, yeah. So you can expect my content to shift back to that for the foreseeable future. I don't know how long it's going to be, but, And I know that a large majority of you guys, you newbies here, you newer people that have subscribed and have became fairly consistent viewers of my content, you're here for the collabs on the Steam-related games, so GTA and Gmod primarily. But those are kind of going to fade and disappear pretty quickly, especially considering the video I posted today, which is the 19th of December here in 2016. That was the last bit of footage I have on our collabs and mine, Ash's, and Dave's GTA 5 minigames adventures. That's the last bit of footage I had left. So obviously there's going to be highlights videos coming out of that. Obviously, there's a major necessity for that, and it's going to be really funny and hilarious and fun to take out my favorite moments of that, the wildest, wackiest, weirdest moments. But so you will see a little bit more of it, but it'll be the best moments out of all that footage. And then that's essentially it. I mean, I don't really have much more I can do with that. Obviously, another bit of content you can expect to see forced onto my channel, and I say forced not in a bad sense. Forced cannot be in a bad sense, right? But kind of forced into my channel will be reaction videos, mainly to my old videos. So like my first ever video here on this channel, I'm definitely going to be reacting to. I want to do a react video to my very first Minecraft video on this channel for sure. If not a specific episode of, I think it was Minecraft Survival. I'm not entirely sure. It was definitely Minecraft, which was the first Minecraft series I ever did, actually. I think it was episode 2 or 3. My introduction to it. I want to see my reaction to that. I don't entirely remember what it was, but I remember that one of the first people that I actually, in fact, it was the very first person I did collab with, and the very first person that I would say became a pretty big fan of my content and me was Nikki Loves Teddy was the name she went by, and yeah, it was she was the one who commented on that, and she just thought it was really funny the voice I did for the entire introduction, which lasted like a minute and a half or something, I think. And I even went a little past the introduction, I think, with that voice. And I don't know why I did it. I just figured, why not? I was just having a lot of fun with myself. And that sounds bad out of context anyway. But immaturity. What? I'm 2 weeks old. Just because my birthday's, almost up, and it's gonna make me 23. My birthday certificate lies. I'm actually only 2 weeks old and younger. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So I want to react to those videos, and then I'm gonna do. I figured late, especially most recently, within like I think it was yesterday. I figured I'm gonna do a react video to my very first video ever on YouTube, and it's not this channel. No, it's not my last channel either, and it's not my second channel or my third channel. It's my very first channel I ever had on YouTube, which is the kind of channel called Grog Company Films. Double G, of course, with the grog. Very groggy, froggy, right? Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna do a reaction video for my very first video on that. Unless it's the slideshow kind of a message one, then I won't, because it won't really have me talking or anything. But if it comes down to, I don't think it was. I think it was a lot later in that channel. I only posted like 13 videos or something like that, but yeah, I don't think it was. So I'll definitely probably react to that, and I might react to a video or two on my my channel, the one in between that one and this one, which is just literally by my first and last name. That's all it is. And so there's a picture of me, quite a bit younger, with a cell phone I had just gotten, and just making a basically a mocking face, mocking my generation for like, oh my god, I sell your phone, I'm so happy, small phone. I'm just like, no. Or it's just like super facetious about it. It's like, I don't actually care. But anyway, yeah, so I want to do that, definitely. I think I might do that too, a reaction video to those, because I had some IRL videos on that channel, and yeah, it's pretty radical, dude. Half of them actually, the videos on the channel are actually, well, maybe not half of them, I think it's just three, and then if I count the Winterhawks game I had, which is 2 videos, then it'll be 5 sports videos on that channel, so almost half of the videos on the channel, because I think I also have 13 videos on that channel too. That's it. Huh, coincidence, huh? Oh god, my sister at 14, 15 would be very proud of me though. It was a favorite number. I don't know if it is still her favorite number, 13. But you can't guess why. Her favorite number is 13, right? Oh wait. Superstitious people getting nervous. You're why. I approve very much. I always enjoyed that. But anyway. Yeah, so... But anyway, that's aside the point. I'm now starting to get more distracted because I've been doing this video for way too long. This is well beyond. This is now gone 10 minutes plus over the actual official detailed update on the whole Steam issue, because this is going into content you can expect to see. So anyway, right. So I did IRL videos on that channel, 3 of them in particular, that you can see my face a little bit, I guess. But the main focus was to film my little rodonchas, my little rodents, my gerbils, Daisy and Lily, I believe at that point it was, and I had a lot of fun with that. It was just cute rodents. I love rodents. God damn it, I love rodents. They're so cute. But anyway, yeah, and of course I called that little mini-series Rodent Stars. I intended to do more, but then one of them died, and there was something else that came up as well, and I think that's why I just kind of ceased doing it. Plus, I, of course, always have a bajillion ideas flood into my head at once. In any creative source. So that would make sense to as interruptions. But plus, there's a lot of hellfire going on in my house. Like, I was stuck with my dad. That was just me and him, and it was the worst possible experience I could have had. I should not have been alive, but that's a completely different story. Anyway, the point is... not gonna sidetrack, I swear to God, that was not a sidetrack. Anyway, point is... yes, so I want to react to one of those videos on that channel, I guess. I might not, but then again, I might. I guess leave it up to you guys, I don't know. But, you guys see me in a mullet. I'm a lot younger and quite a bit chubbier. So yeah. But anyway, that be this update. Be among tonight. Anyway, I guess there's one more thing I should point out about the future of the content of the channel for the foreseeable future is I've been heavily and very inspired lately. Last month or so, various Minecraft video and specifically Minecraft series ideas, and I've been really lately remembering a lot of the fun I had and the mods I had and just the things I had going on with my Modcraft series, which only lasted about 10 episodes because the world corrupted, and I was not expecting that. I still don't exactly understand how or why it corrupted. There was really no reason for it to do that, but it just randomly corrupted for no specific reason. Still to this day, there's no logical reason why it should have happened, but it did. But I kind of want to bring back the alter ego of Captain Sparkles, Captain Spackles, Mr. Spacklepants back, along with that series, and bring it back along with 2 primary mods in that series, which one was Slime Dungeons, and the other one was Obsidian Utilities, which I, to this day, love so much, and I have so much fun with. And so I can't wait to be able to do that stuff. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to do that. So you could probably expect to see some more Minecraft series. At least one. I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of strictly put myself to just a single Minecraft series to start up. So it'd be like a revival of my Modcraft Survival with Captain Spackles. So that's basically what I'm looking at. Either that, or I might end up doing a series like Skyblock or Factions, because I never was able to really complete that. In fact, I never completed that at all with Brian Dude 2 or the Gaming Brick, because I ended up kind of having my focus change a little bit and things distracting me a little bit at that point in time with YouTube. And then at the same time, he was starting to get a lot more into school again, and at the same time, especially his hockey games. He's an avid hockey player. And he's also getting into exploring his own sort of content he wanted to do too, and exploring a second channel he created, mainly for animations. So, and intros and outros and things like that he created, which was really cool. So we kind of just drifted away from doing collabs, and then after that we just really didn't speak again, sadly. Because I had such a blast with doing the collabs we did together with Skyblock and Factions. I mean, we had such a blast. I especially had a blast. I loved it. It was so much fun. But yeah, so I kind of want to quote unquote redeem a Factions and or Skyblock series, especially with somebody, of course. I could do it by myself. I wouldn't mind it, but I specifically want to do it with somebody else. And yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be a lot of fun. I'd like to do that sometime. Yeah. But, so I might end up doing that instead. I know that I have somebody that's actually been with me on my channel for quite a long time. Mantis Minge. You may have seen or heard of around. He wants to officially kickstart his channel because he finally got Minecraft, and he's been trying to learn the computer controls for it and all that. Along with Windows, or 1.10 plus kind of update stuff, and also basic, you know, Minecraft stuff that before the combat updates and stuff, the mechanical updates. And so, yeah, we off and on, he was talking about doing a series with me, specifically recently because he got Minecraft and he got a computer and all that stuff, so he was able to record a series and he wanted to start up his channel. I don't think he's done that yet, even though he's intending to, and we were intending to do a series together, and we almost fully kind of lined that up, but then we didn't end up doing that. So I need to talk with him again, see if maybe he would be up for a Factions or a Skyblock series, and then maybe you guys would enjoy that too. Bring back a Minecraft collab. Maybe Cake Ray would be willing to do a series of something with me. I don't know. It'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, so just some thoughts here concluding on the future of content. We shall see. But yes. So, I've got the gist of this. I'm sorry this is now like going to be 40 minutes long. It really shouldn't have been. It was initially going to be around 20 minutes long. 20, 22? And now it's sitting at basically around 38 minutes. So I apologize for that. But anyway, I hope you get the gist of the update and all that. I doubt anybody's watched the whole thing. If you did, I'm sorry for the painstaking agony you just went through. But this is the real me. I blab non-stop, and I'm a whirly, overly detailed idiot, and I repeat myself a lot like an idiot, and I also have attention deficit really bad, so bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm very professional, as you can tell. But anyway, yeah, so that's about it. So I hope you guys will stick out through this foreseeable future of kind of swapping kind of back to where I started with my roots. And I did have a lot of blast with it, so I probably still will have just as much of a blast, considering I've taken a substantial break from all that. And it might just respawn some new inspiration and creativity in the department that I've been having lately in the last couple of months. Not that I've lost any fun or anything like that, or interest or inspiration, but maybe it might. You never know. Ain't nobody's the future, right? Gotta remain optimistic. So, yeah. Hope you guys will stick it through and enjoy the content going forward. And, yeah, hopefully we can close out this year even bigger than we already are, which is actually shockingly huge. I wasn't expecting for December to be this big for me, but it's been huge. Huge! I don't know why that was supposedly Donald Trump. I wasn't really giving much of an effort for that one, was I? Sure, no, of course not. But, yeah. Holy crap. Anyway... Yeah, so stay safe, stay fluffy, have a great day, have a great day and night wherever you are, and hopefully 2017, Highway 217, 2017, we're not going to the year 217, Danny, we're going to the year 2017. You know, you probably should grow a brain someday and use it. That would be great. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully 2017 will be a huge year for us on the channel. Huge year for me personally, and a huge year for you personally. I feel very good about this coming year, actually, personally, and the closeout of this year. So, yeah. Best thing you do is remain positive and optimistic, right? So, stay safe, stay fluffy, have a great day now wherever you are, and goodbye, everybody.